Good morning, YouTube. Very formal introduction, but good morning. It has been a while since our last video. I actually can't remember. I think it's been about a week now. I do apologize. I know there's a few people out there that are enjoying keeping up with the series, but it's been a busy week. I had Liam over from Perth, my good friend and client, to come and visit me, push me through a few challenging days in prep. So naturally with him here, I didn't really feel like filming a YouTube video a hell of a lot. He's also not really the kind of guy that likes being on camera very much, so I wasn't gonna force him to be in my YouTube. But he flew out yesterday morning. He took off about 10 o'clock in the morning to go to the airport, so back to just being by myself here. So thought who better to keep me company than you guys. So we're gonna film a YouTube video today because a fair bit has changed. I've got a fair bit to update you on as well, so we will do that throughout the video. But basically my thought process for today is actually doing a full day of eating, because I've done one on my Instagram and my last one I've done on here was a while ago now, and the diet has changed obviously a lot. And I'm sure you guys are curious to know what I'm eating whilst I'm in Bali. And then also as well, even if you watch the one on Instagram, my nutritional plan has actually changed since then as well. I was doing 6 meals. I've actually changed it down to 5 meals now. Just because 6 was actually getting quite hard to fit in throughout the day. Not so much hard, it was more the case where I didn't feel like I could do anything outside of be at the villa because I had to eat all the time. Especially when I'm at home, like it's quite easy to get 6 meals in because I wake up so early, but here I'm getting up at about 6:30. So swapped it out to now 5 meals a day, larger meals for sure. And it's also a diet break, so my calories have gone up a little bit. In saying that, it's like I got an extra 80 grams of carbs on a training day. I will do an update a little bit later in the video and I'll give you the proper X's and O's. So a little bit of a food increase just for this week. And then I'll also give you a quick rundown on how I've been feeling, because, you know, last week was the final sort of, we did like a bit of a fat loss push before we then run like a diet break. So last week, all I'll say is prep was prepping. So yeah, that's kind of the plan of attack for today's videos. I also got like a few errands I got to run, so I'm sure I'll just bring you guys along for a bit of a day, and we'll eat some food and we will just enjoy Bali as much as we can, even though it's a bit overcast and it rained last night, which I don't know about you guys, but I hate the rain. Whether it's in Perth or whether it's in Bali, the rain just gets me down. I just don't feel happy when it's raining, so that kind of sucks. I'm just about to shoot off to Undefeated Gym, and I'm praying it doesn't rain, because getting around in Bali in the rain is a mission. I've only got a moped and I've got no raincoat or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain, guys. Pray for me. But anyway, plan of attack is head to Undefeated. I don't have cardio today, so I'm going to hit the treadmill probably 35-40 minutes, something like that. Probably 2 episodes of anime, we'll say. And then we're going to do some posing in the posing room. I would normally like to pose out at the villa here, but because it's rained, the floor's all slippery and wet, so I'm not going to be able to do any posing here. But I'll run through my rounds at Undefeated. What I might even do is I might do a quick insert at some point in this video of my posing rounds this morning, and we can assess my physique a little bit as well. That might be pretty cool. Oh, this is going to be a jam-packed video. I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I'll do that in another one. We'll see. I'll think about it. Okay, especially if we're doing a full day of eating. Because the last video, guys, that edit took me a while. I'm not going to lie. Longer than... I really enjoyed it, but it took me a while. Now, Dante edited the gym edit, okay? So credit goes to Dante on that. I edited the rest of that video, okay? A lot of people said Dante had done a good job on it. Shout out my boy Dante. He does do an excellent job. I edited that. So I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to keep this low budget here, guys. Okay, so that could be an idea for a future vid. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises for today. Anyway, I'm totally off topic here. Yes, so posing. So we're going to head to Undefeated to do my posing rounds as well, because obviously I can't do them here, and the posing room is excellent. What I'm also going to do today is start practicing my routine. So Geordie, my posing coach, Geordie Bitchler, go follow him on IG. He's sent me over my 1-minute routine on WhatsApp. So what I've done is I've saved the video, I've gone on CapCut, and then I've put the music that I want to use over that video. And then I'm going to try and practice it, essentially. I'm going to do a terrible job at it, but I'm going to try to practice it. So that's kind of what I'm looking like this morning, and then we'll head over to brekkie. So not sure when I'll pick up the camera next. Maybe when I'm at undefeated, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about the posing for this YouTube video. I do like the idea of assessing my physique with the posing video up, but I might do that in the next video. That might be a bit of fun. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this clip here because I need to get my coffee in. It was just looking right at me. I just had to get a sip in. All right, and now I'm going to go and brave this weather. Oh, my moped seat's going to be all wet. I have a wet ass. Shit. Nah, well, hard to be unhappy in Bali, guys. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, I'm going to shoot off. I got steps to do. I got posing to do. And then we got food to eat, boys and girls. Likely all boys. We got food to eat, boys. All right, see you in the next clip. All right, that wraps it. So, posing is done, steps are done. 45 minutes on the treadmill this morning, so got a good head start on my steps now. Only at 8,500 for the week, and I think I've done, what are we up to here? 5,900, which is awesome. I know I've got a big day of work for check-ins, so it just takes a little bit of stress off for me for the rest of the day with regards to daily activity. You will have seen some posing as well. I've also started putting together the routine. Well, Geordie's put together. I'm sorry if I'm like fumbling my words right now. It's 9:07, so normally I like to eat in about 30 minutes, so I'm kind of fading a little bit here. But Geordie's put it together, and I just kind of went through it all. I think I'm not going to say I've got it down packed, obviously, because it's my first time actually practicing it. But all the transitions I think are fairly simple, and it should be pretty easy for me to nail down. It's also good because the song that I've chosen, it doesn't have anything where I necessarily need to be hitting it to the beat. It's definitely more just flowy in a sense. I don't know if that really makes any sort of sense, but feeling pretty good about that. I was a little bit nervous about it, obviously having been 7.5 weeks out now and not really making a start on it at all, but I think over the next 7 weeks I should be able to iron it out fairly easily. As far as the visuals go, definitely pretty happy with how I'm looking this morning. The extra 80 grams of carbs yesterday and the extra, I actually can't remember how many grams of carbs we went up on the rest day, definitely actually brought a little bit of life back to my physique. I think more so, or less so the food increase, and actually more so, God, see this is what I mean guys, brain fog is real. More so the lower activity levels, so obviously going from doing 11,500 steps a day to about 8,500, 9,000, and then a bit of a cardio reduction as well. So I think I just feel a bit fresher, and that's actually brought a bit of life back to my lower body specifically, like the actual separation and striations are a little bit more visible in my legs now, which is great. I'm glad to see that. But man, I gotta say, like, I feel pretty good from a body standpoint. Definitely, low energy is absolutely playing a part right now. But as far as the health of my joints and my back, and that's actually something I wanted to touch on, guys. Like, anyone who knows me knows that I've really struggled with lower back pain, really severely, to the point where it's hard for me to get out of bed in the morning, hard for me to get off the couch, hard for me to put my shoes on, just do life. And since dropping so much weight, obviously coming down from a peak of 136, if we're rounding up, now sitting at about mid 118s, like I have no lower back pain now. It's actually insane, I really do prefer being lean over being big. I'll take the low energy, I'll take the hunger any day of the week, because being big, guys, is not comfortable at all. Being heavy, that is. I wouldn't say I'm big per se. But yeah, the physique feels good as far as like fullness and stuff goes. Like definitely feeling a little bit fuller here for sure. I know I could be fuller, but obviously being in like prep, you're never really blasting full like you are off season when you're cranking heaps of food and whatnot. So I'm pretty happy with how I'm looking this morning. That always puts me in a good mood here to get after the day. So plan now is to shoot over to Motion and get breakfast. So we'll take you guys through meal one, get a bit of extra sourdough this morning, which I'm gassed about. I'm going to go ahead and get myself changed. The good thing about this posing room as well, outside of the fact that the lighting is superb, it's nice and cold. Like the air cons are automatically turn on when you turn the lights on, and the temperature is perfect. So it's actually quite nice that I can pose in here for the last, God, I've been posing for about 45 minutes, just practicing and doing rounds, and I'm not even really sweating. I don't sweat too much as it is anyway, once again, on account that I'm much lighter now. Last time I was in Bali, I was like 132 kilos, till I got Bali belly, lost 7 kilos. And man, I swear to God, I would step outside and I'd sweat through my shirt. It was a nightmare. So being lean in Bali, once again, big plus. Being here peak off season, not ideal. But yeah, the temperature in here is wicked. I genuinely am so in love with this posing room. So I'm glad I signed up here for a month so I can use it as I need. But yeah, I'm going to shoot over to Motion. I'll catch up with you guys at the cafe. We'll probably just take you through the meal and I'll eat. And then I think we'll do like a proper update when I'm sitting down to eat my cream of rice before I go to the gym, as far as, what changes were made for this diet break. I also have a new cream of rice, so I'm excited to show you guys that one. I managed to track down the infamous Tom Stanley brand, or a different version of it. So I'm back on the Tom Stanley cream of rice. I'm going to let him trademark it because I did take his recipe. So when we're sitting down to eat cream of rice, because it wouldn't be one of my YouTube videos if we don't eat cream of rice together, I'll give you guys an update. I might even set the big camera up in the living room there and we'll have a bit of a chat, and I'll give you guys a bit of bit of an update on how I've been going the last week, because yeah, like I said, last week, prep was prepping, guys, prep was prepping. Nevertheless, I'm gonna get changed and I'm gonna zoom over to the cafe. I sure hope it hasn't rained whilst I've been in here, because otherwise I'm gonna have a soggy tushy, but hey, it is what it is. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, we are at Motion Fitness. I do apologise, it's actually a little bit busier than it normally is here this morning, so it might be a little bit louder, but we have meal one going in. I've got the macros all up here as well for the meal, so we can go through that, but I'll take you guys through what I'm eating right now, because this is a sucking meal. I'm very excited to get in, so I'm going to try and get through this one pretty quickly here. So we have got the good old faithful 8 egg whites, I've got kimchi, we've got spinach and mushroom, and then I've also got 2 poached eggs and then 200 grams of sourdough bread here. And then lastly I'll do 150 grams of pineapple, some tomato sauce, and of course the trusty scales as well, because obviously everything needs to be tracked and weighed out, so we keep things nice and consistent here. Now, I've ran into one issue. I ran out of my sugar-free tomato sauce, and I did request for Liam to bring me some, but he did in fact forget it, unfortunately. But all I'm doing now is I'm using the full sugar one, but I weigh it out and I put it in my meal plan, so it's all tracked and accounted for. But as far as macros and calories go for this meal, it comes out to 62 grams of protein, 62.3 grams of protein, if we're getting specific, 99.6 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of fat. So that is meal one for the diet break. I'm going to go ahead and get stuck straight into this and watch it on YouTube, because I'm very excited to eat it. So you guys can maybe watch me eat for a little bit whilst I get stuck into this video. And yeah, I'll probably talk to you guys after. After this, I'll order a long black, ice long black of course. And then I've got some check-in write-ups to do. So normally I like to sit here, drink my long black after breakfast, I'll write up all my check-ins, and then when I get home I'll send out all of those load videos. So I'm gonna get stuck into this meal, guys. Okay, we got meal number 2 going in, pre-workout meal. So we'll give you guys an update as well before I dive into meal number 2. How's prepping going? So I am 7.5 weeks out from show number 1, which is the WA stage show. As you probably saw in the posing, I don't know how good the quality of that footage was, just being with the DJI, and the lighting was a little bit funny, but I'm getting pretty close conditioning wise. There's obviously still a bit more fat to go. I honestly haven't lost a heck of a lot of weight the last couple of weeks. I've been sort of sitting steady between 118, 119, but I've definitely gotten leaner just on account of some adjustments we made within the stack, which I'll probably do an updated stack video when I get back in Perth, and we'll really break down what I was doing in Bali and what I'll be doing at home, because there's likely going to be a little bit more to touch on, so that will be a whole video in and of itself. But definitely the last week, probably week and a half, prep has been prepping for sure, like I've been saying throughout the video. Not so much hunger. I can't say I ever am really one to struggle with hunger per se. Now, not to mention, like, you're hungry, right? That just comes with the territory of dieting. You can always eat more. You're never really satisfied after a meal. But where I really find the struggle lies in just fatigue, just feeling exhausted, legs feeling really heavy, those sorts of symptoms. It's very manageable though, you know. I wouldn't say it's getting the better of me at all, but it's just more like, okay, you know, I'm dieting now. It's almost one of those things where I'm kind of glad to be feeling that way, because if I'm feeling that way, I know I'm getting close. I know I'm moving in the right direction. If anything, I'd be concerned if I wasn't feeling pretty shitty at some point or another. So I am, in a sense, glad. And when I do feel, you know, when I'm going for a walk at the end of the day, right, to finish my steps, and I feel super, like my legs feel as if they weigh 100 kilos, I almost get excited by that. And I'm like, good, like I'm going to keep walking here. I'm going to keep going. I want my legs to feel heavier and heavier. So you definitely got to have that mindset to you a little bit when it comes to prepping. So yeah, the last week definitely feels like I'm dieting, you know, and that's to be expected here 7.5 weeks out. As far as the plan goes, we did kickstart a diet break here this week. Just off the back of a 3 or 4 week fat loss push. I am forgetting how many weeks we went for, but it was definitely flagging a little bit here with regards to just overall fatigue levels. So we did have a planned diet break anyway, and we decided to take it. So I do have essentially a week off from fat loss. So as that goes, you know, a couple of changes were made. As far as cardio goes, I was doing 25 minutes 4 times a week, so 100 minutes total. We did decide to keep that a little bit higher throughout the diet break, purely just from an enjoyment standpoint, routine standpoint. So that's at 20 minutes now, 4 times per week. So just a 20-minute total weekly reduction, just to get me off my legs a little bit, freshen them up. And I definitely feel like that's actually helped quite a bit. I could see a little bit more detail, a little bit less inflammation in the lower body in my pictures and video this morning. Same thing goes with activity levels, right? Steps came down from, I was doing about 11,500 a day down to 8.5. I always do a little bit more anyway. Like the target before was 10,000. I'll do 11.5. I call it tax, right? So I'm probably doing about 9,500 steps on my Apple Watch a day just for steps tax. But even that extra 1,000 or so, 2,000 steps off my feet definitely has helped. Also incorporating being in Bali, I go for a foot massage and a leg massage every single night. I definitely can't do a full body massage right now. I don't know why, I just can't relax. Whereas if I'm sitting there getting my feet and my legs done, I can sort of go on my phone a little bit if I'm feeling a little bit edgy. Also the fact that when I'm getting these Balinese massages, I don't actually feel like they're doing anything. So I struggle to relax and enjoy it because I just can't see it being conducive to bodybuilding. So once again, I get a bit edgy and I kind of just want it to be over. So I've not been getting any proper massages, just the lower body, which has definitely been helping keeping my legs fresh alongside, you know, ice baths and sauna, probably 3 times a week right now. Definitely on a rest day, I'll ice bath and do that rest day routine, which you saw, but I've even been doing that pretty frequently across the week because it just makes me feel really good. But moving on with the diet break. So other things to note, Clen was removed for the week as well. So I definitely noticed it a little bit yesterday. I was feeling pretty tired just with the removal of that stimulant, but definitely feeling a lot better now here on Monday when we removed it. Yesterday and today I feel a lot better from fatigue and tiredness. It's almost like my body's just adjusted to that stimulant being removed. And then as far as like food goes, we did have a very small increase in carbohydrates. Everything else stayed the same. I'll actually pull it up how many grams of carbs we went up on the training day and rest day plan here. So literally a small amount, an extra 70 grams of carbs on a training day and an extra 62 grams of carbs on a rest day. So it's not like a proper refeed, right? It's just a small upwards tick here. Pair that with a reduction in activity levels, so on and so forth, just to freshen me up. It's not like a 5,000 calorie refeed or anything like that. But that brings my current macros for each day. I was going to do this at the end of the video, but we'll go through it now anyway. So training day calories are at 280 grams of protein. Total carbs are 535 and fats are at 44 grams. And then rest day calories, 260 protein, or macros rather, 260 protein, 480 carb, and 44 fat again. So I know a lot of you guys watching that are like, holy hell, like he's eating 500 grams of carbs and 480 grams of carbs. Like, oh, this must be so lucky. I'm 118, 119 kilos and I'm pretty lean. So a lot of that weight is tissue. So it's all relative, guys. My caloric requirements, my energy requirements are much higher than the average person, purely given my size, right? So it's important you understand that being lean, being at this body fat percentage, doesn't really matter how much you eat. You're kind of gonna feel pretty shit anyway. You're gonna be hungry. So it's just all relative at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm lucky in a sense that, you know, I do have a high calorie amount, but it doesn't really make the process any easier. So it's just important that people understand that. Nevertheless, so I'll get into meal 2 here because I'm hungry and I want to eat it. I'm going to go train at Obsidian after this. I have been training at Obsidian a little bit more lately. I've honestly been preferring it. It's busy, for sure, much busier. Obsidian 2, that is. They opened up a new one. It's pretty sick. It's massive. But there's a bit more of an atmosphere, and there's a bit more of an atmosphere to it. There's more people there. I like that it's busy. Yeah, I got to wait for machines a little bit, but I've been meeting some cool people there who are in the industry, which has been cool, like networking a little bit, and then just being around people. Undefeated, whilst it is a good gym, I headed out there this morning, as you saw. It's quiet, and I'm finding it challenging to get amped up in there. So I'll probably be at Obsidian fairly frequently for the remainder of my time here in Bali. So I'm going to get another membership there for the remaining time. So I'm going to head over to Obsidian today to hit push. I won't be filming anything in the gym just on account of it's being so busy. And also right now, guys, I just want to train. I don't want to be setting the camera up or anything like that. Like I've got a job to do. I'm a bodybuilder first before I am a YouTuber or anything else. So that's my main priority right now. But Obsidian's been good. I also like they got the pool area, so 9 times out of 10 I'll train, and then I'll try sneak what do they call them? Like one of those lounge chairs out by the pool. I'm forgetting what they're called. But I'll grab one and I'll just chill out on the chair there for about 45 minutes to an hour after I train, sip on some water, just post my social media stuff that I need to post, and just relax before I head back to the villa. So the lifestyle's good, and that's a big reason why I've been enjoying training out there. So I'm gonna head there after this meal, but we'll dive into meal 2 because y'all know it is cream of rice time. We have in this glorious bowl, because it wouldn't be a video of mine without cream of rice. There's some dudes doing construction, so if you can hear some banging, I do apologize. In this glorious bowl here, we have 105 grams of rice flour. Now, in the last video, I had the rice and grinds, or rice and shine rice flour. I found a better one. I found Tom's one, which I spoke about. So we've got this one here, okay? Tastes wicked. That's what I've been using. It makes the exact same consistency as the one I have back home, the Thai, I think it's Thai rice flour. I'm gonna film a video and put it on Instagram on where to find that, because I'm sure people would be curious. So I have 105 grams of that. I have 150 grams of mixed berries. I have, well, I actually don't know how much protein I have in this. Let me check really quickly. I know I have 100 grams of banana as well. And then I have 35 grams of protein from a whey protein. So as far as, oh, is that right? I don't know if that's right. Hold on. Sorry, I have 36 grams of protein from a whey protein. So as far as calories and macros for this meal goes, it's 46 grams of protein, 119 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat. And yeah, like I said, it's a bigger meal, 120 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs. You're so lucky. It barely touches the sides, guys. Like, I eat it, and I just don't want it to end. It's so damn good. The consistency of this cream of rice is like, it's like custard, honestly. So this is what I'm getting in right now. Then I mix up my pre. I'm back on the pre-workout. First time using pre in a long, long time. I had Dante bring me some over, so that's been helping. And I'll mix up my intra, because Liam brought over some EAAs for me, which has been great. And then we'll get into this big push day. I got to drop some laundry off as well. Cost me, so good here, it cost me 12 bucks to go to a laundry place where they wash, iron, fold, dry my clothes. $12, guys. Takes 2 days though. But in saying that, with the washing, I had to really explain to them I need my clothes air dried, because if they put my t-shirts in the dryer, they're going to shrink and they're not going to fit me. So that was a bit of a pain to get across, but I'm going to go back to the same place. So hopefully they get it. Anyway, I'm going to smash this meal. I know you guys like to watch people eat, so that's why I'm taking a few mouthfuls now, but I'm watching an anime right now that I'm really enjoying, and I kind of want to watch this anime and eat this meal before I go train. So we're going to end this clip here. I might catch up with you guys at the grocery store, because I've got to get a few bits and pieces after training. I feel like I have other things to do, but I don't know. I'll catch up with you guys then. I had a big morning of check-in, so I've been talking all morning. I'm honestly sick of talking right now. I kind of just want to sit in silence for a little bit. That sounds super grim, but it's true. Anyway, guys, I'm going to eat this food. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, that's the push session all wrapped up. I'm not sure how the audio is going to turn out here because they're kind of cranking music, but normally I like to sit out here and chill for 30, 45 minutes, but to be honest, it's just started like drizzling with rain, you can probably tell. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay here, otherwise I'm going to get rained on, but the push session was really good. Honestly, it started off pretty slow. I felt pretty tired beforehand. Like as soon as I finished my pre-workout meal, I just felt super sleepy. But after the pre-workout kicked in, I started feeling a little bit better throughout the session. So it actually turned out to be a decent session. The pump was good as well. Pretty happy with how I was looking, to be fair. So decent session overall. Strength-wise, it's hard because the last push session I hit was at undefeated. So there's a little bit of discrepancy there with the machines I was using and whatnot, but I didn't feel very strong, you know? So, but I'm gonna get out of this rain because it's actually about to start potentially pouring, and I don't know, I don't really want to lie in the rain, so it's not very relaxing. But usually I'll chill here and I'll post up my stories and get some social media stuff ready, whatever I need to do just to relax and unwind, but obviously not today, but just have a little bit of a look. Obviously the gym is back there, and then I'll flip the camera around. It's a pretty good area to chill. It's honestly a lot better when it's sunnier, but today not really the case. It doesn't look like we're going to get too much sun here for the next few days, to be quite honest with you, which is a little bit depressing, but at least it's not cold. It's still nice outside, and I can handle when it's overcast, but the rain just kills me, man. It totally ruins my vibe. Nevertheless, I'm going to head over to the grocery store because your boy needs some potatoes for dinner. I also need some steak, and I need something else, which I've forgotten. But luckily I put it on a list. Let's go to the grocery store. Alright guys, so we're back at the villa, and I timed it very well. I headed over to Festive to the supermarket to get my groceries, picked up my potatoes, picked up my steak, and oats was the other item that I needed, so they're all locked in. Got a couple Coke Zeros as well. They don't have Pepsi Max in Bali, and we all know Pepsi Max is better than Coke Zero. But I've got my post-workout cooking up now. It's about 12 past 5, so we're right on time here. As far as prepping this meal goes, a good tip for you guys if you're wanting the chicken and rice to taste better, is actually heat it up in the pan. So I've got my golden rice and my chicken heating up on the pan here. As far as that golden rice goes and what the recipe is, I literally just put turmeric and garlic powder in the rice cooker whilst it's cooking. Now I don't really do it at home because in all honesty it butchers your rice cooker, but because I'm just going to leave this one here, I don't care that much. That sounds like it's pretty much done, by the way, so I'll quickly show you the plate and what I've got set up here as well. So we've got my pineapple on the side, we've also got the veg and kimchi and pickled ginger. I'll give you the weights afterwards. Soy sauce is ready to go as well. I'll obviously weigh that out, and then what I've also been using these nori flakes. So it's literally just seaweed and, I don't know, flavoring. It's seafood flavor. I don't really know how to describe it outside of it's that Japanese seafood flavoring. I've weighed it out before. I'm using like barely 5 grams. So the calories are more or less negligible. So I just kind of try and keep it consistent. And I've got my salt in that little red tub as well. Another thing I want to show you guys as well is how I'm getting my chicken ready. So I was originally cooking my chicken, and then I just got lazy and I didn't really feel like cooking chicken anymore because it's kind of a bitch. So I've been ordering my chicken from Pump Kitchens. Now this is grilled chicken breast. It's so clean. It's in actually really good quality. So I order that and I get it delivered to my house from Pump, just straight up grilled chicken. I think it looks like they pan fry it. I made sure they don't use any oil or anything like that. I normally order about 500 grams at a time, and it sets me about 10 bucks delivered to my door. So yeah, like you pay $11 a kilo back home raw weight, so it's probably a little bit more expensive, but the time it saves me cooking, it's worth it every time. So that's kind of how I'm getting set up for this post-workout meal. I'm going to put it together because it's ready, and then I'll go through the calories and the macros and the weights of everything. So, because I actually can't remember right now because I made that rice yesterday. So I'll put it all together for you guys, and then I'll meet you down at the couch and I'll run you guys through it all. All right, she's ready to go, and boy, I'm excited. So what we have here already, let me just pan on down. We have 130 grams of raw weight jasmine rice, 150 grams of cooked weight chicken breast, 100 grams of cucumber, and 75 grams of cherry tomatoes. I weigh all that out as well, obviously. 30 grams of kimchi, 30 grams of pickled ginger, and 150 grams of pineapple. So total macros and calories for this meal are as follows. We have 56 grams of protein, 126 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fat, bringing the calories to 782. there might be some discrepancy in that because it's like 55.7, 125.7. I can't be bothered working out the math for you guys right now. I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's kind of where it's at on my kahunas, on my nutritional plan. So I'm going to house this meal whilst also watching some free run, I think it's called, Beyond Journey's End anime. That's kind of what I've been using as like my in-between anime. I've got a few others that I'm watching that are coming out weekly, like Kaiju number 8. And then I can't pronounce the other one. It's that trash one, Guide Chat something or other. But if you're an anime fan, you're probably aware of it. So I'm going to house this meal and watch some anime. And then after that, I got some more work that needs to be done. Got a couple of new clients that have signed on this week. So I got to get to work on onboarding them, which is awesome. And on that topic, guys, like if you are watching this and you're keen on getting some coaching done, the link to register your interest will be in the description of this video. So you can fill that link out and I'll be in contact with you and we can talk more about yourself and your goals and potentially link up and I can help you out with reaching said goals. Nonetheless though guys, man is hungry right now, so we're going to get this meal in. But I will probably catch you guys at the next meal because I haven't got a heck of a lot going on in between now and then. And next meal will be kind of, I guess, dinner, if you will. So I'll make this meal and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, next up we got meal number 4, dinner time. So I've just been chilling out, work's boxed off, had a FaceTime with Samantha, caught up with her and how her day went, gave her the update on my day, which has been the same day since I've been here. Didn't get a foot massage today because it's been raining, so normally I like to head out to this like spa that I've been going to pretty much every night, more or less, because it's so good, and I'll get like a foot massage. And a leg massage as well, but with the rain, I was like not really going to risk it and get stuck out there. But I've got meal number 4 all ready to go, and I'm really excited about it because I love this meal. It's so good. We're going to jump over here. Proper boy meal, this, one would say. So you've got 100 grams of zucchini and 100 grams of mushroom in this one. We've also got 100 grams of cooked chicken breast, 500 grams raw weight potato, 100 grams of raw weight steak, and 30 grams of jalapenos with 30 grams of mustard. And boy, does that look good. I almost feel bad. I feel like I'm not, it's weird. Like I'm prepping and I'm hungry and I have low fatigue. I have all those prep symptoms, but then I look at my food. I'm like, that's a lot of food. I feel like I'm almost cheating the system. But then also in my mind, I work damn hard to earn 16 kilos of, 118 at the moment of muscle. So it's just what my body demands at the end of the day. Nevertheless, macros for this meal, 64 grams of carbs, 64 grams of protein, 90 grams of carbs, and 9.7 grams of fat. There's decimal points to all of them, but we'll just round up. We'll say 10 grams of fat. I also have 145 grams of pineapple with this meal as well, which is in the fridge. And I normally like to have that afterwards. And then I have one more meal, so that will round it out to 5 meals, which I'll show you guys in just a moment. But I also watched the new episode of Dan, which has been coming out weekly for an anime. I'm not sure if any of you guys are interested. The other one I was talking about that I can't pronounce is this one here. It's Gachiakuta. I don't really know. But it's really good, and I'm enjoying it. It's about a trash world. I don't actually know. Anime is random as fuck. I'm not going to lie. But the animation is sick. The fight scenes have been sick. The storyline I'm pretty into, so I'm pretty keen to watch the new episode. Once again, this one's coming out weekly as well. So I'm watching a bunch of different animes at the moment. But for anyone who has prepped before or dieted before, you know, like your attention span is just cooked by the end of it. And I only really have the bandwidth for like 20-minute episodes of stuff. So anime has been the go-to for the most part, outside of just the only other things that hold my attention is probably YouTube to a certain degree, and work, and a bit of Nintendo Switch as well. So that's pretty much me during my downtime. Anyway, I'm going to get this meal in with a Coke Zero, of course. I'm not sure if Bali has any other sugar-free bevs that I could try. I'm kind of just partial to that cola flavor. I did try a Sprite Zero, but it just really tasted fizzy. Didn't hit. But I'm going to get this meal in. So I'll catch you guys for the final meal, which will be dessert. Usually have that at about 10 o'clock. So I'm keen to show you guys that one. We have the whey drip in this meal. And when you see the whey drip I'm going to create, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you up in the next one. All right. Final meal. We have our oats. So I have, it's probably not the best lighting, but I've got 85 grams of oats and 150 grams of berries. It's about 75 grams of blueberries and then 75 grams of like a mixed berry mix. And then I also have 32 grams of protein from Perform Whey Dubai chocolate. Now this is the one I was talking about that has this like insane consistency to the whey paste. Now I'm going to put my mic here, so hopefully this still picks me up, but I kind of wanted to show you guys the consistency of this paste, because you could literally like have this as a legit pudding. Like, it is so thick. Typically when you make a whey paste, right, you do, I don't know, we'll say 30 grams of powder, and you might mix it with like 20 mil of water, and that would make this paste. This is like, I think I did 43 grams of powder, and it's about 70 mil of water, and it's so thick. So I'm going to smear this over my meal, and then the leftovers I'm probably just going to eat with a spoon because it tastes so good. And then I'll show you the finished product, and I'll give you the macros because it looks damn tasty, and I'm keen to eat it. So give me 2 seconds. All right, and there you have it. Whey paste is on top, smeared across nice and relatively evenly, so I can get a bit of paste with each mouthful of oats. And yeah, damn, I'm excited to eat this. The paste just really makes it. I always know when I'm getting into the depths of dieting is when I'm starting to make a whey paste, because in the off season I could not be bothered making it, because it's, even though it takes like 2 minutes, I'm just do not care about food or what it tastes like. But calories and macros for the final meal of the day is 44 grams of protein, 66 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. Now obviously I went through the total calories at the start of the video, but that brings it to 280 protein, 535 grams of carbs, and 44 grams of fat for my training day diet break meal plan. So this is what I'll be eating for the remainder of the week on my training days. And then from Sunday check-in, I feel like we're going to drop the hammer, and we're really going to push pretty hard for this final stint of fat loss and get the last of it off of me. And then we should be ready for show. So I'm pretty keen for this final dig. It's probably going to hurt, but I'm ready for it. And we're going to push hard. I got one more week next week in Bali, which will be a big push. So full-time, just going to be going at it, to be quite honest with you. I'm pretty keen for that. Probably going to come back a shell of a man, but a shredded man at that. But I'm going to end the video there, guys, because I'm very tired. I had my melatonin a little bit earlier, so that's starting to hit. So I'm going to get this meal in. I've got about 15 minutes left of this episode of anime. Brush my teeth, and then I like to read my book for about 35 minutes, and then I switch off and go to bed. So thank you for tuning in, guys. As always, appreciate the support. I've got to definitely plan for a few more videos here whilst I'm staying in Bali for you guys to enjoy. If you have made it this far, like, subscribe, share the video, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next prep episode.